So let's talk about something most men would never talk about. Not even in school, not in the locker room, not even at home. This being toxic masculinity. Now I know that phrase alone gets some people squirming. Some people feel attacked. Some people even switch off. Some shrug and say, that's not me. But hear me out. This isn't about blaming men. It's not about tearing anyone down. It's about understanding where these messages come from, how they shape us, and how we can break the cycle before it breaks us. So today, we're going to dig into what toxic masculinity actually is, how it affects us and our mental health, our relationships and our own personal identity, what healthier masculinity could look like if we chose to rewrite the rules. Because strength, real strength, is not found in the mask, it's found in when we take it off. So what is toxic masculinity really? Let's clear this up right away. Toxic masculinity doesn't mean being a male is toxic. It means certain cultures, norms and expectations around masculinity can be damaging to us and to others. Stuff like real men don't cry, man up and deal with it, never show weakness, always be in control, sex equals power. This all sound familiar? It's not just the playground stuff. It's been baked into our culture for generations, and the danger is it's become invincible, just the way things are. But when we internalize these rules, we become emotionally stunted, disconnected, isolated even, angry, and often we don't even know why. So how does toxic masculinity mess with your mind? Here's where it gets personal. These toxic norms are more than just outdated ideas. They affect our mental health deeply. Here's how. We suppress emotion. Toxic masculinity says vulnerability equals weakness. But here's the truth. Vulnerability is the root of real connection. Without it, we isolate. We pretend. We keep people at arm's length even. So many men are silently screaming inside, but smiling on the outside. Because talking about feelings isn't what men do. That's the lie. And that lie is killing us. Then we have relationship damage. When you can't express your feelings, when you've been trained to dominate or disconnect, relationships suffer. We don't listen, we react with anger instead of reflection. We become emotionally unavailable partners, fathers, friends even. One man told me, I thought I was protecting my family by hiding my own pain, or I was actually pushing them away. This stuff really matters. How it hurts others too. Toxic masculinity doesn't just hurt men, it spills out everywhere. In our parenting, when we teach our boys to toughen up and our daughters to stay quiet. In our workplaces where emotional intelligence is mocked instead of valued. In our communities even, where power gets confused with control. And let's not ignore the violence linked to toxic norms. Domestic abuse, bullying, aggression, all too often are rooted in fear and emotional repression. When we don't know how to process pain, we pass it on. Often we explode, or we go numb. That's not who we really are, but it's what happens when we're never taught in a different way. How do we break free? What does healthy masculinity look like? Let's flip the script. What if we stop defining masculinity by toughness, silence and stoicism? What if being a man meant this instead? Courage to speak up, strength to ask for help, emotional intelligence, gentleness without shame, protecting others not through dominance but through compassion. Healthy masculinity is about being whole, not hard, being real, not rigid. It's not about being less of a man, it's about being more of a human. You can be strong and sensitive, assertive and kind, ambitious and emotionally honest. These things can coexist. That's what we need to teach ourselves and the next generations. So as always, I have some practical steps to help break the cycle. So step number 1, reflect on your programming. Ask, what messages do I get about being a man growing up? What emotions was I allowed to show? Where do I carry those beliefs? Self-awareness is the first crack in the armour. And step number 2, start naming your feelings. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. Anger often masks hurt, fear, shame or sadness. Next time you feel triggered, ask, what's really going on here? You don't have to get it right, You just have to start trying. And step number 3, talk to other men. Find safe spaces, mates, support groups, therapists. This podcast community, we heal in connection. Men need other men who will say, I see you. I've been there too. You're not weak, you're just human. Step number 4, model the change. Whether you're a dad, a teacher, a mate, someone's son, show others what healthy masculinity can look like. It's not about preaching, it's about living it. And then finally, step number 5, ditch the mask. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You just have to be you, flawed, growing, and real. So a final word. If no one's told you this today, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to stay quiet to be strong. You don't have to carry it all. The mask you've been wearing, you can take it off. And underneath, you'll find something stronger than you imagine. You'll find you. Let's stop passing down broken models of manhood. Let's be the generation that heals forward. So thanks for being here with me on Beyond the Mask, Raw and Real. If this episode has landed with you, share it with a mate, leave a review, reach out, start a conversation, and remember, being a man doesn't mean hiding, it means showing up for yourself and for others. Until next time, be kind, be honest, and when you can, remember, take off that mask. Love you all. Bye for now.